एक अत्यंत छानशी चर्चा किंवा वेगवेगळे विषय एका विषयाच्या संदर्भात आपल्याला अभ्यासायला मिळाले. याचा नेमकं तुमचं आमचं भवितव्य काय, आपण कुठे चाललो आहे याची उत्तरं शोधण्याचा हा प्रयत्न आहे. आणि या प्रयत्नाला आता अध्यक्षीय समारोपाची जोड मिळणार आहे, ती आपण ऐकणार आहोत एम ब्रह्मे साहेबांकडून. कारण त्यांचा अध्यक्षीय समारोप या तिन्ही भाषणांचं साररूपानं आणि त्यांची निरीक्षणं अशा सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्या समोर येणार आहेत. मी ब्रह्मे साहेबांना विनंती करणार आहे त्यांनी त्यांचे विचार व्यक्त करावेत, पण त्यापूर्वी त्यांचा सत्कार आणि स्वागत करण्याची विनंती मी डॉक्टर विजय हब्बू यांना करतो. मी पुण्यात असतो तर मला एखादा सुस्कारा ऐकू आला असता, दिलं बुवा यांना एकदाचं. कारण कोणतरी एक जण असा बसलेला असतो की ह्यांना अजून दिलं नाही, तर त्यांनाही दिलं.
Good evening. You will have to excuse me because I'll speak in English as well as Marathi because I'm not that fluent in Marathi, though being Maharashtrian. Okay. So I would like to give a brief of our association. Basically, we are at Rabale, ours is 40 plus years old organization, Thane Belapur Industry Association, and we have been facilitating industry and the regulatory bodies, various organizations, basically. That's the main job of ours. And I would like to just sensitize the audience with what is that industry we are talking about, the age-old and the present one. The second is what is environment, Paryavaran, what are the aspects of environment. Then I would come to MIDC area and come closer to Thane Belapur belt. And I will give you facts and figures about what is that is happening in our belt. So I'll be touching upon industrial revolution, environmental aspects, what are the concerns and the compliances, just to sensitize you and educate you on this is purely connected with the industry. And industrial belt I talked about, broader picture is Thane district, then move on to TTC belt, and then the various initiatives by various authorities like MIDC, NMMC on this front. So industrial revolution, let's look at this clip. आवाज नाही येणार आहे काय, जाऊ दे. तेवढंच आहे, परत चालू कर मग. रिटर्न प्ले कर, परत चालू कर. हां रिटर्न प्ले कर, हे कर परत चालू कर. हां हां पुढे गेले. फुल स्क्रीन सेन्सिटिव्ह आहे, कर सेन्सिटिव्ह आहे. कसं आहे इकडे हां फुल स्क्रीन करून. हां ठीक आहे. We are talking about industry 1.0 to 4.0. Basically, initially, we had the cottage industry and how it moved towards automation, then we are talking about IT, and now we are talking about smart work. So it took 120 years to move from industry 1.0 to 2.0, then 70 years, 30 years, and now 20 years. Now almost we are entering industry 5.0. I'll talk about that also. What is industry 5.0? So this is how the progress happened, and what is the end result of that progress is basically good productivity, increase in the productivity. And with that, various systems were again put into place, like the TQM, we are talking about Six Sigma, Lean, and all those things. So systems were brought in Industry 4.0. This is moving from 4.0 to 5.0. The difference between is basically, initially in 4.0, we were talking about machine automation. So we were looking at, we were very scared that the employment was an issue. Okay, the employment will be lost. All those things will be done by the robots, and the labor-intensive industries will reduce to minimal. But in Industry 5.0, we are talking about man and machine basically integrating and working together. When we talk about machine, we are talking about the repetitiveness of the machine, we are talking about the quality part, we are talking about the hazardous processes being carried out by automation, and when we talk about manual interventions, we are talking about using the brain. We are talking about basically problem solving techniques. So that is what we are talking about Industry 5.0. So this is World Economic Forum, various technologies and various applications, how it will be used till 2027. So it is 80 plus, basically 80 to 75 to 80 plus percentage will be adopted by various industries. The technology part, the industrial growth, which I just told because we are running short of time, so I am running it. So we are talking about the industrial growth, the technology, all those things we just touched upon during the transformation from 1.0 to 4.0. Now I move on to the environment. What is environment? No sound, anyway.
We have been through difficult times
and face big problems ahead.
Toda crisis
But every crisis contains both danger and
es un
opportunity.
peligro, pero también es una oportunidad.
You can play your part.
Right now.
Right now.
Please close your eyes.
Imagine the better future we could have.
Imagine that future.
What does it look like for you?
For the people you love.
How do we lift each other up
And make it fair.
How do we protect nature?
and save our shared home?
Picture that future you want.
Now open your eyes.
It's time to talk about the future we want.
So we were confused basically, what is this slide talking about? Okay? In video, within a short span, you could see flashes happening, moving like a bullet train. Okay? So then what is environment? It's surrounding where we try to adopt. We adopt. That's what it is. So what is our expectation as far as perception, as far as environment is concerned? We talk all goody-goodies. We think of all goody-goodies, which is green trees, pure air, clean water, ease of life. This is what is our perception about environment. But that's not happening. This is what is the reality. So in this reality, we will definitely basically harm the environment. That's what is happening. We want everything, we want to grab everything, so definitely your environment will go for a toss. Nothing is wrong. We enjoy social touch with economic enhancement. That is what it's happening. So in the term of industry and the definition of ISO 14001 to 2015, the definition of environment is for industries is this. Basically, it includes surrounding in which an organization operates. Surrounding. We are considering all the aspects of the surrounding: air, water, land, natural resource, flora, fauna, human, and their interrelation. That's more important. All those are there, but their interrelation is more important. So this is the definition of environment as far as the system is concerned. So let's quickly understand what is that environment aspect, cause and effect, what we are talking about. A small example is given. Basically, we are talking about, first, let's understand the definition of it. Element of an organization's activity, product and services which can interact with the environment. So there should be an interaction. So we have taken an example of emission of smoke. Emission of smoke from the boiler or any processes. So that is the aspect, and the effect will be air pollution. So let's understand the definition of environmental impact. Any change to the environment, whether adverse or beneficiary, wholly or partially resulting from an organization's activity, product or services. So here, this particular example what we have taken is not beneficial, it's adverse, because it's resulting into air pollution. So plantation of trees, basically, that example is beneficiary for the environment. So that impact is beneficiary for the environment. So these are two examples to understand the point. Here, environmental concerns. Now we move on to the concerns, basically. So first and foremost thing, I am totally connecting this with the industry. I am not going out of the industry because my perspective is to talk about the industry. So here I am talking about recognizing the environmental impact. So each industry, basically, they need to start with recognizing the environmental impact from their operations, from their activities. That's the basic thing what we need to know. So various aspects we have already seen. The water pollution, water aspect was being dealt by Dr. Deshpande. Okay, the plastic and the e-waste was dealt by Mr. Hebu. So here we are talking about various aspects: air, water, resource, and basically how efficiently we can improve the adverse effect of this particular aspect generated from our processes. So these are again few of those: waste management, business in silos. Again, socially excluded businesses also becomes a concern. So when we talk about socially excluded businesses, we are talking about basically see that what is the end use, life cycle assessment we need to do. We need to see that optimum utilization of the resource also will help to have an adverse effect on the environment. So those are again a concern area. Generating waste is a concern area as far as society is concerned. Then coming to energy efficiency. How to mitigate? Basically, we are talking about mitigation of environmental risk by industries in India. Traditional attitude is non-compliance management. Compliance only attitude, doing only what is necessary. That is what is taught about. So we only comply what is necessary. Beyond compliances, you need to think about. Then only you can improve. We are talking about various objectives taken by the government at global level. But unless and until you have attitude and you have going beyond compliance, you won't be able to meet those targets. So we are talking about, like Hebu talked about, he talked about plastic waste, he talked about e-waste, he talked about biological, waste. So here we are talking about proactive compliances and extended producer responsibility. That's the main thing right now. It's a buzzword in the industry, and it is for compliance by each and every industry. Extended producer responsibility is basically cradle to grave. That is what we are talking about. Any product or any waste which is being generated, you will have to trace it back. So it has to go from cradle to grave. Okay, so that is what is your responsibility. Corporate social responsibility, everyone knows. Then environmental social governance, this is again a compliance as far as SEBI is concerned. So it is mandatory for 1,000+ industries who are registered with SEBI for compliance. Statutory compliance, I am not going into that because I have been just given a cheat that I need to finish it within next 10 minutes. So I'll rush through it. So these are all statutory compliance at various levels. We are talking about support for green industries, schemes and incentives for various credits. You get various credits basically, carbon credits, green credits, bio credits, all those credits you get. Policies required to be formed by industries. So what are the policies? Basically this is what in line with the global perspective. We are talking about efficient climate actions, waste management, green competitive building, climate resilience, industry, biodiversity, all those things basically has to be considered by the industry. And all these things basically industry which I just referred to, 1,000+ industries who are complying to ESG, they have started working on this particular area because it becomes mandatory for them as a part of their continual improvement to show progress in this particular area. Policies required to be formed by industries, various policies. We are talking about pollution prevention, social engagement, recruitment policies, all those things. Governance is again one of the areas. So all those things becomes a part of ESG. This I'll skip. Environmental concern for other sources. Again, I'll skip this. So these are various data was basically portrayed over there, but because of paucity of time, I am not going through this. This is sustainability. We are talking about environmental, social, and economical. So this again has to be sustained. We just heard from Mr. Ghorpade, what do you mean by sustainability? How you can sustain? Okay. SDG also was covered by Mr. Hebu, so I am not going into that. 17 goals, UN. This is the latest COP28 in UAE, which is presently going on till 12th of December. So here is basically to first cut 43% of greenhouse gases emissions compared to 2019 levels and hit net zero emission by 2015. So here they are talking about decarbonization, wherein we are talking about renewable energies, hydrogen, and rapid decarbonization in the industries like heavy emitting sectors and oil and gases. This is talking about the circular economy. What do you mean by circular economy? We are talking, we mostly follow the linear economy. Linear is basically generating waste. Circular is going back basically. So waste is zero. So we need to think of the circular economy rather than generating waste. So it will help you to curb waste. Here we are talking about industry. What do you mean by industry? It started with agricultural and then allied activities basically, and the industry's growth because each one is depending on others. So that is what we are talking about. To accelerate agriculture, we need to have industries. We need to have industries of chemicals, petrochemicals, engineering, automobile, and all those things. So that's what we are talking about, how it is associated. Agriculture associated with the industry. So our industry is part of our life, yes. So we are talking about that. We require industries. Now we talked about urbanization. Mr. Ghorpade talked about urbanization, and we heard him talking about like the Navi Mumbai, and most of those basically urban cities, 50% of the Indian population will move to the urban cities basically. But I don't know. Instead of that, they need to have developed those basically villages converting into urbanization other way around rather than basically concentrating on the urban areas. They need to basically expand their horizon by way of expanding the urban areas rather than limiting the urban areas and basically more population moving to the present urban areas. So industry is polluting, so various mitigating and controlling measures like legal compliances, green chemistry, energy utilization, technology, EPR, what I just referred to, and various certifications, ESGs, all those things are there. How industries are controlling mitigation, various laws are there because it is an organized sector. Many of the time we heard that industries are polluting, but they have norms. They have a certain norms. They follow the norms and they are within the norms and they take their objective because they are most of those large-scale industries are certified to various international standards as well as they are guided by their principles. So when we talk about guided by their principles, they have pressure from the principles to meet the targets, and as a part of the continual improvement, they have to improve in all spheres or various environmental aspects, and that they do. I'll come to a pie chart wherein basically how much industry contribute to pollution. So here it is talking of environmental clearance which is required. So there are various what you call intermediates are there wherein there are control measures by the government also for industry. It's not that key industry can go and establish and expand, or they can come out with various product mix and all those things as they wish. There are control measures, there are regulations. So this is one of the regulations, environmental clearance. Ambient air, again, when we look at the ambient air, we can see now the Mumbai must be 15 days back, it was more polluted than the Delhi. That is what we came to know. So this pollution is not from the industry. This pollution is from various other sources. This is, we are talking about ambient air. So industry has to do all these things. Industry has to monitor that stacks. Industry has to monitor their ambient air also, and they got those parameters within which they need to be there, and the readings what they have to take also are again being properly monitored, guided. So here you can see energy utilization by the industries, the green portion, how it is increased to 50%. Green portion is the renewable energy which was being used 2010, and now it is almost from 16% renewables to 50% renewables by 2030. So now in 2020 we have 23%, and next 10 years we will be moving to 50% renewable energy. This is ESG framework, I'll skip it. So under ESG, these are the various environmental data they need to furnish, social responsibility, various activities they need to do, and under governance, they need to have proper laid down systems on ethics, accountability, stakeholder communication, governance. All those things are mandatory for those 1,000 plus industries. This is again a part of that, like how it has been increased over a period of time. Tenfold it has been increased in 9 years, the compliance part of ESG. I move on to MIDC Industrial Belt. So this is the data of industrial belt in Thane district. There are about 81,461 manufacturing sectors comprising of micro, small, medium, large-scale industries. There are about 1,059 large-scale industries in Thane district. Okay. So this data we have got it from which portal? That also I have mentioned. So Udyam registered portal, this data has been taken from. Industrial ecosystem, again we are talking about industrial ecosystem where engineering institutes are there, polytechnics, IITs, ITIs. I am referring this to the Thane region. Gems and Jewelleries, Cornell, Maha 60, basically Reliance. In the Reliance premises it is being set. Incubation center. Some export scenarios of India, Maharashtra, Konkan, and coming to the Thane district. So the contributory part is basically 64% of Maharashtra's total exports. I move on to the TTC industrial belt. This is Thane Trans Creek, which is from Digha, that is from Mukandayan till London Pilsner, which was previously there at Nerul. So this is the large belt, and what is the size of that industrial area? Number of industries, 5,100 to 5,400 industries are there. What is the employment generation? 2,39,000 total length. The quantity of water, 67 MLD per day. Sewerage, how much it is being covered area. This is again topography. How many chemical industries are there, engineering industries are there. So maximum contribution is basically engineering industries followed by chemical industries. So now coming to Thane Belapur Industry Association, what is the success story basically? The founder of Common Hazardous Treatment, Storage and Disposal Facility. This is what we are referring to, the hazardous waste being generated for landfill. Then Common Effluent Treatment Plant, which was established in 1998. Fire and Emergency Response Station, which is run by Thane Belapur Industry Association at Koparkhairne. We have diploma classes affiliated to Maharashtra State Technical Board and advanced diploma in industrial safety, fire safety and environmental engineering. We have a meteorological observatory in association with IMD. We had planted 1.25 lakhs trees in forest area, basically a tripartite agreement with NGO Forest and Thane Belapur Industry Association. So this association, these trees are being sponsored by the industries, member industries of Thane Belapur Industry Association. Again, we have distributed about 20,000 plus saplings during the course of last 10-12 years to the industries. We are promoting environment awareness through seminars, workshops for member industries. We organize and we celebrate Environment Days, Environment Safety Week with our members industries. We are active stakeholder of Navi Mumbai Clean Air Program under the chairmanship of Commissioner Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. This is what we had done during the course of last 6 years as well as last 2 years on environment workshops, wherein it was attended by our member industry employees on energy efficiency, World Environment Day celebration, workshop on sustainability, no plastic, waste and waste management, energy conservation, Amrut scheme, which is being, Amrut scheme is basically the treated sewage water by NMMC. It is supplied to the industry for ancillary purpose. So that is a good initiative by NMMC. Then on ISO 14000, DGCET compliances, SCADA for ATP discharge. These are various, this already I won't go into that, Thane Trans Creek waste management. So this is the area, how much area is there, and also I'll skip this. So this is one index which is called CEPI index, Comprehensive Environment Pollution Index. So this index in Navi Mumbai in the year 2009-2010 was 73.77. Lower is better. So now in the year 2019, last which was taken, it was 44.39, the index. Okay. So we are now approaching the NGT to see that again this particular study, because this study was done by NIRI and IIT. So we want again this study to be done and ascertain ourselves as to what is the present level of CEPI index. CEPI index is comprehensive of all the three, air, water and the solid waste being generated. So all the three put together, combined together, this index is derived from that. So these are again various initiatives. Basically, we are the stakeholder meeting. We attend. We are active member of the stakeholder meeting of the Pollution Control Board also. And then various short-term measures, long-term measures are worked out. So that is there. I am not going into each and everything. Again, as far as clean fuel is concerned, about 141 industries have clean fuel, PNG, pipe natural gas being installed, and 32 will be done during the course of this particular financial year. This is, I will just run through it because we are the stakeholder of this, and National Clean Air Program, under National Clean Air Program, Navi Mumbai Clean Air Program is there, which is headed by, chaired by the Commissioner of Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. So you can see in this slide, this 14% industry contributes for PM10. Particulate matter 10 micron size, it is only 14%, which is the contribution from the industry. Yeah, I'll close it, sir. You want, abruptly I can close, sir. This is what we are talking about, various stakeholders of this Navi Mumbai Clean Air Program. Various stakeholders are there, RTO is there, Maharashtra Pollution Control Board is there, Department of Solid Waste Management. I think we have a session after this on this solid waste management. So that is also one of the, these are various initiatives by Navi Mumbai Corporation on procurement of electrical buses, suppression vehicles, then converting the pyre from the wooden burning to the PNG-based furnaces. These are some challenges on the chemical and pharmaceutical sectors. So this is way forward for the industry improvement in sustainable environment. I'll just go through it. This is my last slide. Extended producer responsibility, corporate social responsibility, circularity studies has to be done, or supply chain management for building resilience and sustainability, biodiversity and climate adaptation. Thank you.